welcome back. We're going to be talking about the natural logarithm and its graph today. This is first introduced in lesson 65, so it was the last thing you did in Advanced Math 1. So it's a good thing to review because it was probably fresh on your, not fresh on your mind, but you had just learned it, so you probably forgot it. It wasn't something you really practiced. So if we wanted to draw the graph of the natural log of x, okay, so first of all, this is one I want you to memorize, and it takes on this form, okay? But let's say you're on a test and you can't remember what is what. You can actually just plug in a couple points, okay? So let's say if I were going to plug in a 1 for x. Well, I'd ask you, what is the natural log of 1? So the natural log of 1 is always 0. So where x is a 1, y is a 0. Okay? So then what's another natural log we know? Well, we know that the natural log of e is whatever the exponent is for e, which becomes just 1. So if I were to plug in an e, now an e, remember, is equal to 2.71. So I'm going to go where my x would be about a 3, 1, 2, 3, about here, and then my y is going to be 1. So this would be like just a couple things you can put in just to remember this is what the graph. But I really do want you to kind of memorize this, put this on your card. Another one that you can do is e to the x, and this will always be an exponential curve up. And again, you can always put in like x is equal to 0, y would then be equal to 1, because anything to the 0 power is 1. So when x is 0, y is 1, which would make sense there. And, just putting in a couple points here and there for, so we could say, well, when x is 1, y is going to be about 2.71, because we know that e is equal to 2.71. So where x is 1, then it's going to be, y is going to be like 1, 2, 3, just a little bit before 3. So let's pretend this is 1, and this would be about 3. And again, I'm just showing you this would be 1, 2.71, and this is where the x is 0 and the y is 1. So, but again, those are just two graphs I really want you to memorize the shape of, because they're going to just help you in the long run.